Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Just because I can. And I continue with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Now, I have acquired a disciple as a companion, which is a pretty ingenious modification, because ordinarily in the vanilla game he's exclusive with Handmaiden, but now you can have them both. For now, I will go around with Handmaiden, but still, it's pretty interesting, because I don't think I have ever played a female Exile, so I don't think I ever even interacted with Disciple as a party member. So that's certainly going to be interesting to get that whole other side of the story.
Jaren says you saved him down there. Next time you should ask for a reward.
Well, I do want to talk to you about the defective thingamajig.
I feel much better now, thanks to you. I don't think I thanked you properly down there. I was pretty shaken. I found a few Jedi artifacts down at the sub-levels. I was planning on selling them to Darala, but I'll sell them to you if you want them instead.
How much do you want for those artifacts?
I found 3 things down there. One's some sort of crystal, and the others look like lightsaber parts. If you give me 1,000 credits, you can have it all. That'll be enough for me to get off this rock. No returns on this, you're stuck with what you buy.
Can I see them first?
It doesn't work that way. Maybe it's worth a lot more than 1,000 credits and you make off real good. Maybe it's a lot less and I make off good.
Well, I got scammed once already, but to be honest, let's do it.
A pleasure doing business with you. Now I can finally get passes back home. I hope that junk is worth it to you, I really do. Come back anytime. Take me a while to get everything set straight.
Fixture and the yellow crystal. Okay, they do seem to be genuine.
Back again, huh? But it's nice to see you again, regardless.
I'm here about Sulu's moisture vaporator.
Oh, that again? I sold Sulu the moisture vaporator in the same condition it was in when I found it.
Don't you think it's despicable to make someone buy back their own possessions from you?
Finders keepers. I've got a permit that allows me to salvage anything on the Enclave grounds. I didn't make up the laws here, but I abide by them all the same.
Well, I don't care. Just give me the modulator.
You're a bit demanding, aren't you? If you want the modulator, I'll sell it to you for 500 credits. The same price I offered to Sulu.
I saved your life. You owe me better than that.
All right. Just for you, I'll knock the price in half. That's 250 credits. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it.
Back again, huh? But it's nice to see you again, regardless.
What were you doing on that sub-level?
It was all Tapelay's fault. She said the entryway to the sub-level was safe enough. That area has hardly been explored. We barely got in there. Then everybody started going left and right, grabbing anything they could. It was every man for himself and nobody was watching for leg wrecks. Then, before you know it, we were under attack by those beasts. So salvagers were running every which way and they left me to die.
Why were you... Did you find anything?
I think I was the only one that managed to find anything worth something down there. Crystal and a couple things that looked like they go in a lightsaber.
Why were you down there if it's so dangerous?
All the easy pickings have been picked. Now everything that's worth more than a glass of Juma juice is long gone. So the sub-level is about the only place that's left. And as you might have noticed, it's very dangerous down there. Almost nobody's managed to get anything from down there. Not that it matters.
Almost nobody's? Who's the almost?
Nothing gets by you, huh? There was a group that managed to get in and got one of the best hauls ever. Taperay said we could do that too, but they were a damn sight more organized than we were. They've caused more problems dead than they ever did alive.
How did they die? How can dead people cause problems?
Well, since every last one of them is dead, they're fine just sitting in the militia's headquarters. That's one of the biggest claims ever, and they won't give it to nobody. So people keep saying that they were owed by the dead salvagers, or that they're related. But Zeron is an idiot. The only thing he's gonna believe is a will. After some tried to pass less than authentic ones off on him, now he'll only take a will and their personal effects.
Tarala asked me to look for
She was
them.
playing you for a fool. No doubt she'd like to find those bodies. That plus a conveniently worded will, and she'd make a pile of credits.
Her deceit. How did they die? I don't know. Her deceit won't gain her anything.
Probably not, since you know the truth. Unless you're willing to make a fake will, though, the truth won't help. You look like the type of moron that'll just turn it into Zeron. That may be the right thing to do, but it don't make it the smart thing.
How did they die?
They were the first to really get anything from this damn level. They were so confident they went right back in. A bunch of us salvagers waited by the entrance. Only 2 of the 4 came back, and 1 died right away from wounds. The other man was gonna be rich, but then he picked a fight with Garabik. It wasn't much of a fight. And there was no one left. That's the whole problem.
Okay, so I'll give the will and the bodies to the people in the village.
What? Who is that? Oh, it's you. You go down into the sub-levels yet? Or did you suddenly develop some sense?
You sell Jedi artifacts?
I didn't mention that before. I'm the one people sell their Jedi salvage to. You should have said you were interested in buying.
Let me see what you're selling.
Certainly. Take your time. Look through the pile.
Actually, that's quite a few things. Oh, stun. That's very cool. I'll buy that. This is very cool as well. Okay.
What? Who is that? Oh, it's you. You go down into the sub-levels yet?
I'd like to talk about the dead scavengers.
It's a shame about them. Have any luck getting to their bodies? I figure there's about no chance you'll succeed, but the reward is still open.
Joran told me the real reason you're looking for them.
I should flay him alive for helping an outsider. Figured it was worth a try. Those salvages are worth more dead than they ever were alive.
Your compassion is touching. I don't plan on helping you deceive Zeron.
You're not seriously thinking of turning the bodies into Zeron? Then no one would get the salvage. Don't be a fool. At least if you give it to me, you can make some credits.
Well, how about no? You just made some credits off of me anyway, because of honest trade. Master Vrook is enclosed in a force field, a prisoner of those mercenaries. He regards you without expression.
Halt, settler. This is a restricted area. How the hell did you get through the Kinrath? You should leave.
Well, I'm here to rescue the Jedi.
We are highly trained veterans, and you're just a settler with a toy blaster. We're taking the Jedi to Nar Shaddaa, and that is the end of that. I'm gonna say this nice and simple for your little calf-hurting head. Unless you want to wind up dead, leave now.
I don't want to fight, but I can't let you take him to Nar Shaddaa.
I warned you, but I'm glad you didn't listen. Attack, men!
Rushing into action without thinking of the consequences. What? You're expecting thanks? Khoonda is in danger, and you've ruined the best chance of averting a full-scale conflict.
Well, how are you going to help in a cage?
When an opponent believes that you are defeated, they no longer consider you a threat, and they relax their guard, become bold. After I was captured, they talked freely of their plans, enough for me to learn their intentions. I need to get to Khoonda and warn them. They could be attacked at any moment.
How can I help?
If you wish to prove yourself, then do so. Khoonda's in danger and they need our help. The mercenaries have allied themselves with the Exchange and are planning to attack Khoonda. They've been holding off for the right moment, and now since they lost their captive Jedi, they'll attack immediately. I'm going to try to reach Administrator Adari. Time is of the essence.
This datapad contains orders from Asku to senior mercenary officers. The mercenaries have recently made a secret alliance with the Exchange and are planning an imminent attack on Khoonda. With Administrator Adara dead, then the Exchange would be able to use Dantooine for their illicit activities, completely undetected by the Republic. All preparations for the attack have been made, and they could attack Khoonda at any moment.
You are the Jedi I've heard reports of, and I am Asku, leader of the mercenaries on Dantooine.
What do you want from me?
Straight to the point. I like that. I will be equally direct. I am planning to take Khoonda, and you're going to help me.
Well, I would never help you, actually.
According to my reports, I have 4 times as many soldiers as the militia, and I'm committed to taking Khoonda. It is inevitable that I will succeed. If you wish to avoid my men eradicating the people of Dantooine, you will make it easier for me to take Khoonda. Of course, I will pay well for your services.
No.
You'd better reconsider. I can't have a Jedi interfering with my plans. There is a considerable bounty on your kind that I will collect on unless you're working for me.
Well, I cannot allow your plans to succeed.
I applaud your conviction. A lesser person might have deceived these brutes to avoid battle.
Men, I trust you can handle this Jedi.
This will teach you.
Okay, that's a problem. Yeah, that's a big problem. Might have overvalued my abilities somewhat. Yeah, that's embarrassing. Oh, great. I didn't even... I'm sorry about that.
Prepare yourself.
What's going on?
Yes?
Yeah?
Prepare yourself.
I think I might have to resort to some friendly fire.
Let's go.
Okay, so those are mines laid
I'm here.
by the defenders.
Hey, get away from that door. The last time somebody messed with it, it was locked down for months before we could fix it.
This door is blocked off.
You'll find little welcome here, Jedi.
Any luck on getting my modulator back from Joran? I don't think anyone here will be able to help me.
You recovered your modulator.
Excellent. How did you deal with Joran?
He is a salvager. He's been dealt with.
Really? You must have been very persuasive. I'm relieved this situation is finally resolved. You have more than earned this reward. Let's go.
Zeron was right about the mercenaries all along. I guess my ego clouded my judgment as to what's best for Khoonda.
I see you have found the elusive Master Vrook. He's told me that his rescue complicated our situation to some degree. I can't say that I anticipated that. I thank you for finding him, though. Vrook has informed me that the mercenaries devised a plan of attack to annihilate Khoonda itself. I must ask for your aid again, Jedi. Zeron says that even with a plan, the mercenaries have to gather their forces, then coordinate their assault. So we still have time. I'm afraid the militia has not been adequately trained for the task that befalls them.
Who knows about the attack?
Right now, just us and the militia. I don't want to create a needless panic. But be assured I will make sure that all civilians are warned in time, so they can get to safety. Though if we lose this battle, nowhere on Dantooine will be safe for settlers for long.
What can you do to help?
Our militia is effective at peacekeeping, but isn't prepared for a full-scale battle. If you can do anything to ready them for the reality of it, that would be helpful. Besides that, look around Khoonda and see what you can do to strengthen our defenses. I know that we don't have the perimeter turrets online, and that alone could make a significant difference. Zeron says there is a considerable chance they will breach Khoonda itself. Anything you can do to slow them down could turn the tide of battle.
Can you give me anything to help?
I have instructed the militia and other Khoonda personnel that you are to be provided with anything that can be spared. Unfortunately, that isn't much.
I'll check out Khoonda's defenses then.
Here is a MasterCard key that will open all of the security doors inside Khoonda. Anything that might aid you in your task, please use. Soon, all the civilians will be evacuated. So if you have any business with them, I suggest you take care of it. Whenever you are ready to finalize the defenses, talk with Zeron.
You heard what the administrator said. Each of us has to do what they can to aid in the defense of Khoonda. See where you can lend a hand. We'll have time to talk more when this is all over.
Weaponry I have. Okay, so nothing new. I thought I could convince you to, like, arm the militia better or something. Turret control station. Turret status. Active and set to attack friendlies and hostiles. Why friendlies as well? Makes no sense. Attack only hostiles. Can I block this somehow?
Zeron was right about the mercenaries all along.
Inactive. So how do I need to activate them with parts first? Reactivate the droid. Modify the droid's programming. Okay, I'll repair the shields. Although, to be honest, I might have enough parts for all of them. And obviously it gives me experience, which again, that's a sizable chunk. While trying to reactivate the droid, you discovered a hydro spanner locked inside. The name Akere is printed on the handle. Oh, you don't have enough parts. I can create some parts, right? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Can I do anything else? I can. Target priority. Currently... No, defending friendlies. Okay, that's good. Engage droids in patrol mode. Patrol mode will engage automatically when the base is on alert status. I'll treat your wounds. What happened to you?
The gun turret malfunctioned. Hurt us bad. Thanks, stranger. I should be back to duty in no time. Thanks, stranger. Thanks, stranger. Thanks, stranger.
Reactivate the droid's automated healing subroutines. Okay. There's still some doors that I cannot access. There is no access port for this turret, so it must be controlled from inside. Okay, I don't have anything to do with the mines, so I think I'm more or less ready. I find this hydro spanner. It has your name on it. Ah, you found my tool. I've been looking for that. Where did you find it? Inside a broken droid. What is your explanation? Ah, I've been caught. I am guilty of stripping the droids and selling their parts, but I have a good reason. Well, tell me. I have received terrible news. My brother's second wife is with child. She has become ill and requires medical aid. The doctors and tellers will not treat her without full payment up front, but my brother doesn't have any money. Before the moon has turned, I must send my brother enough credits to pay the doctors. Believe me, I am normally a very honest person, but this situation has made me desperate. Please, you believe me, don't you? Well, I do believe you. I'll give you 500 credits, but I'll still report you. I'll give you 500 credits to help you. Thank you so much. In gratitude for your discretion, I will give you a discount on my goods. No, I don't want to be discreet. You still broke the law. I actually intend to rat you out.
Sorry, this door is blocked off. What did I tell you? Leave the door alone!
Okay. I think I'm ready.
Welcome back to Khoonda.
I was right about you. You are trouble, but you might just be the right sort of trouble we need. The mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize, so you have time to do what you need. Or are you ready to finalize the defense plans?
I cleared out the Kinrath cave.
So you did. Here's the credits I told you about. Even with the caves cleared, I imagine it'll take some time before the Kinrath aren't on the plains. That was very helpful of you. You saved some lives today. The mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize.
I want to talk about the dead salvager's claim.
I'll tell you what I tell all those grubby salvagers. No body, no claim. I'm no longer even looking at wills or credit notes, and if you think that's gruesome, then go space yourself.
I have the bodies right here. One of them had a will.
Let me see the will. I'll be glad to get rid of this claim and get those salvagers out of my headquarters. He left all his possessions to one of the other dead salvagers. Will I ever get rid of that damn Jedi garbage? Guess nobody gets them now. The administrator will have to figure out what happens to them. And until then, the salvagers are gonna keep bothering me. I was right about you. You are trouble. Mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize.
Any ideas how I can do to help?
We could use people handing people to join the militia for a short stint would be good. We also got a lot of things that could use fixing. It isn't glamorous, but that type of work sometimes makes a load of difference. Just look around. Plenty to be done.
What kind of things need fixing?
Off the top of my head, the 3 turrets outside Khoonda are on the blink. They went haywire the other day and wounded some of my men, so we took them offline. The men who were wounded by the turrets are holed up in the med lab. But our medic droid is busted, so they're healing slowly. I've had some men lay traps around Khoonda, but nobody here really specializes in demolitions. I'm sure there's some gaps that could be filled. The side security door to Khoonda has been malfunctioning as long as I've been here. It may be best to just seal it off lockdown so nobody gets through. We got some broken assault droids that have been collecting dust for the last 5 years. If they were working, it would help a lot with interior defense. If I had it my way, I'd recruit any citizen of Khoonda that can hold a blaster. But it's hard to convince peaceful farmers to fight. Maybe die for a cause.
What's involved with finalizing the defenses?
Inspecting the perimeter, talking to the troops and coming up with a battle plan. I fought in the war too, but I'm no general. In my experience, people like you are better at strategy. You want a hand in making the plan, you got it.
How much time do we have?
I don't know for certain. It could be a day or even a week. Depends on how good Azkul is at organizing his men. I'm guessing not so good.
I'll go around once more and ask people if I'll see what I can do.
When you're ready, come back and we can talk about the final plans to defend Khoonda.
Because I still want to ask a couple of people if they want to join the militia. Like, for example, you.
Thanks for the help. I plan on going back to the farm shortly.
Would you be interested in joining the Khoonda militia?
Since you're asking me, I suppose I could. I figure I still owe you for helping me with my thief problem. Zeron has asked me several times before to join the militia. I expect he's going to be very pleased.
The Administrator's the only hope we have. Without her, the settlers would just squabble amongst themselves like they used to.
And I think I need to do something about the side door. Like, actually get it stuck. Or maybe even barricade it somehow.
Sorry, this door is blocked off.
The security door is malfunctioning. It would be relatively open to hack the door open, but you'd never get it to close again. The security would be compromised. Well, no. Lock down the security door. The door is now secure. In fact, it is so secure that nobody will get this door open anytime soon. Okay, the game crashed again. Would you be interested in joining the militia? You can hardly refuse since you are keeping a disgraceful secret from me. I will report to Zeron after I have sent credits to my brother. Okay, so you're telling me there's still someone I can recruit. To be honest, I'm kind of running out of people.
Welcome back to Khoonda.
Would you be interested in joining the militia? I think you've mistaken me for a warrior sentiment. My excellent weapons are perfect for defense, but I have survived many hardships by not seeking out conflicts. I must decline. I don't think there's anyone else.
What's going on?
Zeron was right about the mercenaries all along. I guess...
Although, the quest is not done.
We've been told to provide you with anything you need. We have to keep the news of the mercenaries' plans quiet for now to avoid panic.
I'm here.
Yeah?
Salvagers are just thieves and scavengers. I can't wait until the last of them leaves.
I feel better. Thanks.
Okay, I think I'm ready then.
I'm here.
I'm not sure who the last person is, or another person I could recruit, but... Although, I could do this.
Let's go.
If it earns me some experience. Because Baldur has some mines.
Set and activated. Set and activated. Set and activated.
The West Minefield has enough mines. I'll change to those minor fragments. I guess I can ask that guy. Although he is already
Set
part of the
activated.
militia, right?
Set and activated. Set and activated. Set and activated.
So maybe it calculates
Set and
the
activated.
strength of those mines rather than the number.
Yes?
Thanks for helping out the militia.
Would you be interested in joining the Khoonda militia? Like many Ithorians, I am a pacifist. Some of the duties of the militia require violence. There is something I cannot do. Okay. So again, I'm not quite sure who else could even be asked at this point, so I think I'll just disregard it. I've done some things around Khoonda to help with its defense.
That's good to hear. Fill me in on the details when you're ready to finalize our battle plans.
Okay, I'm ready to finalize the battle plans.
You sure? Once we're done with that, there may not be any time left before the mercenaries attack.
I'm certain I've done all I can.
Alright, then we got a lot to do.
Since you are here to bolster Khoonda's defense, I will hurry to the mercenary camp and delay their assault however I can.
I imagine that the mercenaries have got two goals in this whole thing. Kill me and kill the administrator. The rest of the settlers won't have courage to resist if they succeed.
There isn't anyone else who can rally the settlers?
Not that the settlers aren't good people. Many folk just don't have the fighting mentality. Rather just make people happy and get along. But there isn't any getting along with Ascol. He's out for blood and taking the place over. So we gotta protect the administrator. Khoonda can go on without me, but not without her. The administrator's locked up in her office tight, which means that the mercs have to go through us and Khoonda's defenses. It isn't gonna be easy. I suspect we're gonna have to fight on the inside. They've got 3 entrances they're gonna try and break in. Here's the front door, the security door on the side, and the garage door in back. We got 3 squads of militia. We can assign people to the front, back, or inside. Backside has to guard 2 entrances. The front will have to fight more people, and the inside will have to deal with any that break through. So, where do you think the first squad should be deployed?
Can you tell me about the squads?
First squad is most experienced. The only squad that could go blaster to blaster against the mercs. Second squad has a lot of passion, but no experience. Third squad is new and not trained too well, and they may break in combat. They need a good leader to make them effective. So, where do you think the first squad should be deployed?
At the front. In the main entrance.
The battles that had the least dying were always led by Jedi. I'm gonna go with what you think. Where do you want the second squad?
By the back, by the garage.
Alright, where do you want the third squad, the new recruits?
Well, inside the administrator's doors, because at this point we're sort of down to our last reserves.
Fine by me. The last question is, where do you want to go? Either the front or the back. I'll take whichever one you don't. That way both sides have leadership.
I'll go by the front.
That's what I was thinking too. The main group of mercenaries will be coming through there. Probably be good to put our best soldier there. Once the fighting starts, you gotta stay in your area. We both have to guard our half of the battlefield. Come over to me and the mercs will just charge straight into Khoonda. Thanks to you, they're gonna have a tougher job. That's about it. Now we just need to dig in and wait for the mercs to come.
Have you talked to the men?
Well, I'll tell them what's there to do. I'm not much for words.
I think they could use some encouragement. Maybe I can speak to them.
Alright, I'll assemble the men. I hope you can speak good.
And remind them that their friends and family are counting on them. What we're about to do is dangerous but important. Important but for friends and family. Enemies want to take everything worth taking from you, and we have to give it our all to stop them. So look around you. That's what we're fighting for. Each of us has to back the other one up. We can win this if we work as a team.
You're much better with words than me. I think it'll really help. Let's get ready for the mercenaries. If we fall here, all of Dantooine falls with us.
Tell me what you see, soldier.
They're mobilizing the militia. Looks like a lot of activity down there.
They've been warned. It won't be of any use. The plan doesn't change. Captains, prepare your men. Their leader, Administrator Tarina, must not survive the battle. Everything else is secondary to that objective.
I'll take Baudur and Handmaiden, as I did already. Oh, I can't actually, so I'll take Baudur and Aton, I guess, because Handmaiden is not here. Okay, you can level up for a heal. Embarrassing.
I was right about Let's
Since you are here to bolster Khoonda,
but it doesn't look like any sound. For squad third, the backboard. What do you want? You're much better.
see.
We've lost too many soldiers. All back inside.
So you're the Jedi. I take it you are responsible for the surprises we've had during this battle. Stand aside. Our quarrel is with a distinguished administrator. This isn't your problem.
Well... you can still back away. I won't let you kill her.
Then you've allied with these flaming settlers. The galaxy doesn't tolerate weakness. I was trained at Malak's academy. Your tricks won't work on me. You're just another dead Jedi to me.
Sorry I was held up, but it looks like I've arrived in time to pull you out of your predicament.
Kill them all.
Thank you so much for your aid. You can be sure that Dantooine will not forget how the Jedi protected us from this threat.
I'm happy to help.
We are a humble community, and this conflict has greatly diminished our resources. I hope this reward will be sufficient.
Please keep the credits and use them to rebuild Khoonda.
I am humbled by your generosity. I will put this to good use. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much work to do. Dantooine will be slow to rebuild, but I am confident now that we will one day achieve prosperity.
Khoonda is safe in no small part due to you. I feel certain that the Administrator wouldn't have made it without your assistance. I may have misjudged you. In any case, I am free to talk about whatever you wish.
Where are all the Jedi?
There are a few of us left, but I do not even know if the others still live. We may be the last. We've been forced to divide our forces and retreat to places which will be difficult for our enemies to detect and attack.
Where are the other Jedi?
We have chosen to hide our presences from each other, so that the discovery of one will not endanger the others.
But how can you contact each other?
We cannot. We have resolved not to until we have found where the Sith are striking from. But even as our numbers thin, there is still no trace of them. We had hoped to outmaneuver them. By letting them believe themselves victorious, we thought they would become bold and step from the shadows.
And what then?
Then, all of us who remained vowed to meet here on Dantooine. From here, we can plan a course of action and carry the battle to them. But so far, they remain in hiding, and Jedi continue to vanish and die. You have more questions for me?
What happened to the Jedi?
We are at war, but it is unlike any war we have fought before. We have yet to even meet our attackers in battle. Somehow our enemy is targeting us through the Force, striking, then retreating to the shadows. The gathering of any Jedi seems to attract them like a beacon. So it was necessary to divide our forces and conceal ourselves for a time until we could learn more of this threat.
Why did you come to Dantooine?
Great tragedies, old battlegrounds. Places of suffering all leave wounds on the galaxy and in the Force. In such places the deaths of so many echo. So much so that it is difficult to center oneself. By coming here, those echoes serve to mask my presence, allowing me to investigate the ruins and try to find some clues as to who our attackers are.
But if you can mask your presence here, couldn't the other Jedi?
The Miraluka world of Qatar taught us a terrible lesson. Many Jedi gathered there in an attempt to use the Force to find the location of the enemy. Now the planet is no more. Master Zar, Master Dorak, and many more perished there, and we do not know why or how. But all life on the planet ceased to exist. I was not on Qatar when it was destroyed, but now that it is dead, it has left its echo, like Dantooine. It was after Qatar that the few of us left realized that wherever we gathered, we were placing others in danger, not just Jedi. You have more questions for me?
Why were you hiding?
We were not in hiding, despite what you believe. This threat is striking through the Force. There's a reason that we cannot detect it. It is somehow masking its presence from us.
How is it possible?
I do not know. There are techniques in the Force that hide one's presence and thoughts from other Force users. But I do not believe that such techniques alone would be capable of hiding the enemies we face. It does not seem possible. You have more questions for me?
I need to know why you cast me out of the Order.
Because you defied the Council and followed Revan to war. And from that war came another. Do you know how many worlds were destroyed in those wars? Dantooine, Telos, Sirocco? Do you see now why we counseled caution instead of action? You were the only one to come back and face judgment. But that was because you had lost your connection to the Force. Another casualty of war. No doubt you still blame us for your exile. I had hoped your isolation would give you time to reflect on what had happened, what you had done. But I see it as not. You have more questions for me?
Why did you cut me off from the Force?
We did nothing to you. Accuse us if you will, but it will not change the truth. Cutting one off from the Force Such punishments are reserved for only a few. Although it was within our power, we did not inflict such a loss upon you. Your loss was a casualty of war, no more.
Then what happened to me?
Perhaps that is a question you should ask yourself. It is not something I could help you with, even if I wanted to.
But I have re-established my connection to the Force.
Perhaps it is Dantooine, but I do not feel such from you. I feel nothing but what I felt in the Council Judgment Chamber on Coruscant so long ago. Still, you and your connections were often a subject of debate in the Council. It is possible that returning to known space, journeying with others, has caused the Force to stir within you again. You have more questions for me?
By the end of my trial, you and the other Masters said something had happened to me. What was it?
You have seen the end of your trial? Perhaps you would like to explain how you came to this knowledge.
I heard it in a holo transcription.
That was intended only for the Jedi Council. If what remains of the Council chooses to tell you, then I will abide by their decision and its consequences.
Don't you think I have a right to know?
There is little I can tell you. Master Kavar felt something had happened to you in the war, but all he had was suspicions, not truths. And Kavar was too close to you in any event. He, too, felt the call of war and took to battle more than a Jedi should. His speculations would not help you now, but enough of this. It is knowledge for the Council alone until they choose to reveal it. You have more questions for me?
Do you know anything of Force bonds and how to break them?
Force bonds? Yes. It is the bond that grows between master and student. Are you saying you have bonded with another?
Yes, and this connection is lethal.
Such bonds normally grant strength to both, but not to such a degree. Are you certain? Perhaps it is merely what you believe. Still, your ability to form such connections, to influence others, was always a subject of discussion, even when you were a student here. Perhaps it is a punishment of a sort. But a bond that ties two lives together, such bonds do not seem natural to me. And with your loss of connection to the Force, it seems such a connection would be impossible.
But I have re-established my connection to the Force.
Perhaps it is Dantooine, but I do not feel such from you. Still, you and your connections were often a subject of debate in the Council. It is possible that returning to known space, journeying with others, has caused the Force to stir within you again. You have more questions for me?
The Sith have revealed themselves.
Have they? I've seen no evidence of them upon Dantooine. Only murderers and raiders.
They exist. They already attacked me.
Why would they attack you? You are no Jedi. You cannot feel the Force.
Well, I did tell you like 3 times that I have re-established my connection to the Force.
Perhaps it is Dantooine. Still, you and your... It is possible that returning to known space...
Nevertheless, the Sith are hunting me.
For some reason, I believe you. Still, I am curious as to how they would know to find you. Your trial was not public knowledge. Regardless, these Sith have struck, and you survived. This is more knowledge than I had before. And that means the Jedi may gather. If you can find others, or find some trace of the Sith threat, then we shall gather here on Dantooine. And from there we may decide what can be done. You have more questions for me?
I guess not.
I suppose there is something I should show you. It will keep you alive long enough to prove useful. I'm only going to demonstrate this once. This is the Sheen form, a defensive stance that's good when you're outnumbered, which is most of the time. This form will increase your ability to deflect blaster fire, and it increases the odds of dealing critical strikes against your attackers. I don't know how you learned that so quickly. Still, your form is sloppy. Keep practicing to tighten it up and you'll be fine.
Okay, so I think I'm done with Dantooine. But I'm also done with this episode because it has been long enough. So I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!